chosen it. They've declared it. We got government mainstream news, Chinese communist documents. They're trying to fund Antifa and uprisings. I mean, this is the war against America. And like you said, you try to speak to them as humans. They just disregard that and use it as weakness. But they do listen to your fist smashing into their face.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Let's go ahead and talk to Make America Great Again. Titan, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Come on, man. Why aren't you covering your face today, guys? What happened? Looks like Portland was a big success, huh? What did you guys think about the events in Portland yesterday? Did you see it? Did you watch it? Good. Science of Liberty. Take a picture all you want. Truth Wars. This guy.
This isn't about Alex Jones or Donald Trump. This is about the truth. We're here to support the truth. We're here to support our future. And we're here to support everyone else for their free speech. That's it. We're out here. I came from Tampa, Florida, drove 18 hours because I had to be a part of this. Thank you, Joey Gibson. Thank you, InfoWars. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Get it? I'm so happy. I don't know what to do.
Oh, look at this. This is fun. Hey, you guys are building a human wall. Wait, they're building a wall. Look. Build that wall. 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 You guys are building a wall. Look. They're building a wall. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They're building a wall. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, look at these hypocrites building a wall.
That the Martin Luther King bust was not in the Oval Office. You didn't report that? So why did he call it really fake news then? Tell the truth. 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 You are the enemy of the people. When you call President Hitler, he's not Hitler, you're calling us Nazis. We are not Nazis. We are not Russians. We are Americans, baby. We are Americans.
You are watching the Titans of Liberty show with your hosts, Rufio Panman, the Antifa Annihilator, and Jason Lowe, MAGA Titan, every Sunday live on Facebook.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another show of Titans of Liberty. I'm Rufio Panman. With you today, we have Jason Lowe, or MAGA Titan, our other host, and our guest, Enrique, who is our chairman for the Proud Boys, the new elected chairman for the Proud Boys. Enrique, I'm happy to have you on here finally.
Happy to be on.
Yeah, just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. And a lot of people know kind of a little bit about what's been going on with Proud Boys because, I've kind of told them a little bit. But go ahead and from your perspective.
That and everybody wants to stay up to date on what we're doing.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
I think the left actually promotes us more than the right does. But my name's Enrique Tarrio. I'm based out of Miami, Cuban-American, entrepreneur. Came into the Proud Boys about 2 years and change ago, and I'll never regret the day that I joined. I think this is the greatest fraternal organization that the world has ever known because we're regular dudes. We're your carpenter, your landscaper, your police officer. We're just regular Joes that have made an impact in these past 2 years that media can't stop talking about us, bro.
Yeah.
And I love my boys. I love my organization. I'm ready to push forward with everything. 2020 is coming up, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, man. Uhuru to that, for sure. So, Uhuru. No, man, you can say that. That's fine.
Hey, are we?
What's up, Enrique? This is the first time I'm meeting Enrique. What's up, everybody?
Pleasure to meet you, brother.
You too. And you know what? Now I just found out that the Tampa Proud Boys are very active, so I guess I'm going to have to do some linking up.
I think you might have to do your first degree on video today, bro.
Oh, man. You know what? I'll do that right now if you want.
Go ahead, man.
You want to
That's your territory. That's your territory.
Okay, let me see. Okay, am I ready?
Are you ready?
I know I'm ready.
You know what we're about.
I know what you're about. Oh, I know what you guys are about.
This is a moment in history right now.
And I'm going to pass you on to our Tampa chapter, and they're going to do the rest.
Oh, okay. Snap. Okay. This is real right now. This is happening live right now.
We're doing this live. Rufio got to do this to Alex Jones. I get to do this to you. So you're going to repeat after me. Okay?
Okay.
I state your name.
I, Jason Lowe, MAGA Titan.
I'm a proud Western chauvinist.
Am a proud Western chauvinist.
And I refuse to apologize.
I refuse to apologize.
For creating the modern world.
For creating the modern world.
I am a proud boy.
I am a proud boy!
Welcome.
Oh,
wow, what a moment on Titans of Liberty right here.
Oh, wow. That just happened.
You know what?
That just happened. There's no take backsies.
There's no taking it back.
This is the last show of the year, man. What a way to end it, yeah?
Here's a way, Titan. You're not gonna regret it, dude. We're a really good group of guys. We're really connected. We help each other out. We travel the country to just advocate for what we believe in. And like I said earlier, dude, the day that I became a Proud Boy, I was uber blessed, dude, because I found a good brotherhood, a good group of friends, and people that will follow you to the fucking end of the world.
Bro, I'm so excited. Yo, this is dead. I don't know how this happened. This was not planned at all, yo. This is real. This is as real as it gets. Like,
Actually,
you know,
I planned it like 5 minutes ago when we were talking. I'm gonna persevere this guy on the live stream.
Hey, you know what? I'm down, bro. And as a matter of fact, show everybody your shirt. Because I love Roger Stone, and I see the shirt, and I thought it was a Pinot Shade.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
The Pinot Shade Did Nothing Wrong shirt, and we have a line of shirts, and it's the Did Nothing Wrong line. So we've done 3 of them. So this one's the Pinot Shade Did Nothing Wrong shirt. You've seen the back of it. It's throwing Antifa out of a helicopter, and it says "Making Communists Afraid of Rotary Aircraft Again." So they all have a theme. So it says Roger Stone did nothing wrong. You can find it on his Instagram. On his Instagram, there's a whole bunch of pictures of the front, but you don't see too many pictures of the back. Are you getting the full frame of that?
Oh, yeah. Back up a little bit more. No, like back up towards us. Sorry. Okay, that's too much, Enrique. Hey, are you turning into Enrique Iglesias now? Hold on. No, yeah, that's dope, man. Hey, he's doing the Nixon.
The Nixon.
Hell yeah.
Roger's a great dude, man.
That's awesome.
Definitely one of my mentors, somebody that I look up to, and he's just been shit on by the mainstream media. That bullshit Mueller investigation. Mueller's a fucking bitch. Let's start off with that. We can still say that, right? We can still say fuck Mueller.
Super bitch.
I'm not gonna go above and beyond and say fuck the FBI or anything, because there's great people everywhere. But I'm specifically calling out Mueller. He's a piece of shit. You can get this shirt at our store. It's 1776.shop. All the proceeds from the shirt goes to the Roger Stone Defense Fund to help our brother out.
Yes.
He needs it. And you could also go, if you don't want a shirt and you just want to give, you can go to stonedefensefund.com. Don't quote me on that, but it's on the back of the shirt too.
No, it's right. You're right.
Okay. But
I hear him say it all the time when he's on War Room and InfoWars. He drops it all the time.
Yeah, because one thing that leftists have, as conservatives, we're very, we promote individualism. So sometimes when we need help, since we're very to ourselves, we're not as good as the left when it comes to that. The left is semi-united, and they help each other out. Stone was somebody that helped bring Donald Trump to power, and I believe that because of that, I think he needs our help now. Straight up.
I agree, definitely, because they're just they're throwing him in the fire pit, and this guy has had to spend so much money for no reason, for doing something that all journalists did was go try to question WikiLeaks, go try to question Julian Assange, which Sean Hannity did on Fox News. But the problem is that they don't want anyone getting close. They know, it's just so corrupt. It just makes me sick, man. I mean, it really does. It just makes me sick.
I personally don't understand. Maybe I'm just a simpleton. Maybe I'm simple-minded like that. But from what I've seen and from what I heard from the mainstream media, is that he got the emails from WikiLeaks or some shit like that,
right?
And he helped publish them, which is a bunch of bullshit. But if he did that, what's illegal about it? Because it's kind of like somebody sending CNN those emails and CNN publishing them. Do you understand? I don't get the bullshit.
Well, it's funny you said that, because you bring up a great point right there. Because I remember CNN saying, and I think it was Cuomo saying, when the WikiLeaks emails came out, just read, get your information here. Don't read them. It's illegal. They were trying to push that it's illegal just to read the emails that were hacked. They were trying to push that. And they were saying, just trust us. We'll read it to you. Don't worry. We'll tell you what's in these emails. But they don't want to talk about all of the weird pedo stuff that was in there with John Podesta, the spirit cooking dinners, them pushing, Satanism and all that. Him talking about kids in the hot tub for entertainment and all different kind of pedophile lingo that the FBI says is pedophile lingo. They don't want to talk about that because they want to make it a whole fake Russian investigation and throw Roger Stone in there because they call him a dirty trickster. So, it just fits, their agenda.
Mm-hmm.
For people that don't know who Roger Stone is, they're going to be like, who's Roger Stone? I never heard of Roger Stone. And I never heard of him before InfoWars, 2 years ago when he started with InfoWars. I didn't know who he was. And with Donald Trump. And if people don't know who he is, they're going to say, oh, okay, he's a Russian agent. Nah.
Listen, he's a Russian agent. I'm a white supremacist.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Nazi.
A fascist.
Rufio's like a super Nazi.
Yeah.
I don't know what they. Yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't know what you are, but you got to be some type of fucking terrorist. So,
you got to be something. Figure it out. What the hell are you?
I'm considered a domestic terrorist for sure.
Well, at the very least, you're part of the hate group now.
So. And you know what? I'm happy about it. Like, some people actually, like, some conservatives get pissed off with the labels. I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of happy with the labels because it means that I'm
gives you a chance to
pissing them
prove
off.
something wrong, right?
Yep. I got kicked out of a Facebook group today. It was all leftist. It's actually, the fucking group is a gold mine. I'll send you guys the links. They're not just stupid leftists. They're like beyond stupid leftists. And
so troll
they just
central,
kept
basically.
coming at me that I'm a white supremacist, I'm this and I'm that. And dude, I'm being a regular dude. I'm like, can we just argue the fucking points that you guys are making?
Yeah,
instead
that's
of just
it.
attacking me? Why don't we just talk about that? It just never happens, dude. It never happens.
Instead, they act like the guy in the vape shop. Oh, fuck you! Sorry, guys. We're cursing tonight. Oh, we are cursing tonight. Enrique,
do my bidding.
Yeah,
Do my bidding.
When we start doing these later shows usually are a little bit more explicit with the language.
hey, real quick, Rufio. Uncle Fester said that you look like super Nazi Arnold Schwarzenegger. Somebody just called me a nationalist. Rosanna. I am a nationalist. Very proud. Now I'm a very proud boy nationalist. I mean, is it official? Can I say that?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, my God.
That's
it. I'm censored now. No, I'm really going to be censored.
I first agreed you, but now Tampa has to integrate you into their chapter and welcome you with open arms. I know the president and the vice president over there, great dudes. So, yes, you could say it.
All right, cool. Well, enough about me, Enrique. Rufio, what's up, man? What's going on? So let's talk about.
I'm just listening to you guys. You guys have all the energy.
I know.
Put a little bit more vodka into your system.
Yes, my friend.
Oh. Yeah, I'm used to doing the tequila thing, so I'm a little thrown off tonight with the rum. But I will get my shit together, I promise. So let's see. There was some stuff that I was going to talk about. So Enrique has actually come down to a couple of the rallies with me down in Portland.
I'm actually in that video. I'm very pixelated in the corner of that video where you fucking turned that guy into a vegetable. I'm actually very pixelated in the corner of that video. Yeah, I watched it. But yeah, I've been to Portland twice.
Did you come up to Seattle too? I can't remember.
No,
for May Day?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it to Seattle.
Okay.
I mean, you are on the opposite side of the fucking country, dude.
I know, but this is where all the action is, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, everywhere has a different problem.
Yeah.
Like here in Miami, we have a problem with rhinos. We don't have an Antifa problem. They don't exist.
You say rhinos?
No, they don't here either, bro. In Tampa, they don't exist. We have some communists, but they're not even. It's like it's a joke, man. Florida's we don't really have it here.
No, we don't have it. So like we have to focus our efforts on something else. Like example, we focused during the midterm election. We focused on the DeSantis and Gillum race. That was like our objective. We put up. In a matter of 2 weeks, we put up fucking a shit ton of fucking lawn signs. We did some rogue artwork. We put up these giant fucking DeSantis, like 8-foot signs at an undisclosed location because I'm not going to say where it was. But we do a lot of like rogue artwork down here. We take like a page from Sable's book, and that's how we keep busy down here. It's not like Portland or Oregon or Washington, for that matter, where you guys can't even go to dinner in a MAGA hat or an American flag T-shirt and get fucked with. You know, we don't have that problem down here. I wear my MAGA hat to the mall, and people are like, "Yo, awesome!" I wear my InfoWars shirt, and people are like, "Holy shit, that's awesome, dude!" You know, we get that down here. You don't get a lot of that where Rufio's from.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty, but I've been to, I got to go to Texas and a couple different other places, in Arizona, and it's just a breath of fresh air, man. It's just like when I'm there, I get to all the edginess and anxiety just falls away because man, it's like 24/7. It's just like you gotta watch what you say around people all the time. You gotta watch what you wear, what you represent, and like you get people like me who. It may not be. I don't have to wear a Fred Perry or a Trump, hat or whatever. Some people just know who I am.
Well,
and so
shit. You did have fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know how many millions of views with that fucking video. So everybody knows you.
Plus that it was retweeted out on Thanksgiving by what's his name, the actor?
Woods.
James Woods.
Yeah, James Woods.
And they got another 1 million views.
Dude, I love that guy, man. I love that guy.
Crazy.
He trolls the hell out of people.
That guy's awesome, man. That guy is puro americano.
Yeah.
You know what's going to suck when they boot him off Twitter? Which they
tried. They tried.
They did.
And they brought him back.
They will boot him off Twitter.
Yeah, they already shot him back.
Mark my words. Mr. Woods will be off Twitter before the next election.
I think we all will be censored.
I do exist now, but
I don't exist.
I woke up one morning with 0 social media.
Yeah,
no Facebook, no Twitter, no Instagram. I don't even use Instagram.
Yeah.
My Instagram actually is still going. My original Instagram is still going, surprisingly.
I'm sure now that I'm a Proud Boy now. It's official. They're gonna take my page right down probably tomorrow on the 1st. Well, no, tomorrow's 31st. But you know what I mean. They're gonna start me off for the new year here soon. And you know what? Like I said before, we're here on Facebook now because it's what's popular. There are other platforms, but we're gonna push on Facebook as much as we can.
Oh yeah.
Until we get booted off. When we get booted off, I'm gonna make another Titans of Liberty account. And I'm gonna go back and add all my friends again. I'm gonna keep doing it. Until they come to my house and arrest me for making a Facebook account.
And you know what? Maybe you say that playing around, but maybe years down the road, you will get arrested for hate speech. I mean, it's happening in the UK now. That's why it's important to do what we're doing right now. Tomorrow's fucking New Year's Eve. We're sitting here on a Sunday night. It's almost midnight here in Miami, and we're doing live videos to kind of, push what we believe in. You understand? So all these little things are important. All those things, all those lawn signs that we put up for DeSantis versus Gillum. I mean, look, check this out. I did this on the other show, so you won't see I'm bullshitting. What I'm using to prop up my my phone is actually a fucking of DeSantis lawn signs.
Woo!
Nice.
So like I've been into politics. I've been into politics for a really long time, local politics specifically since 2006. For me, it's not just like a phase thing. I've been doing this for a long time. I love it. I gained a little bit more energy with the Trump campaign, and typically by this time I would have already calmed down. You know, I've been like, all right, we won the election. We fucking destroyed them in the midterms, which is what we really did. We destroyed them in the midterms, and I'd be calming down right now. But this energy that we have, and how important this is. We've never had an election like this, ever.
No.
So it's important now that we just continue, keep going. I get a whole bunch of people asking me, oh, well, what's the direction that you're taking the Proud Boys? First and foremost, I don't establish a direction for anything. As far as people say, oh, the leader of the Proud Boys. I'm not a leader of the Proud Boys. Every chapter is autonomous. They run completely on their own. But they asked me, oh, what's the direction you'd like to take the Proud Boys? Well, exactly what we've been doing for the past 2 years. We're changing nothing. It's pointless to change something that's gone so good. Why are we going to fucking bend the knee to what the fake stream media decides to say? You get me? Because that's all it is.
Yeah.
All it is the left hitting us up every day. You know, and we're just standing here. They have no effect on my life. Let's say tomorrow CNN makes this giant front page cover and says, a Cuban, a Puerto Rican, and a white supremacist did a live video, blah, blah, blah. It changes nothing of my life because you know what? This is mine right here. It changes nothing of what I do here. So they have no effect on my life besides make a fucking article that people read. You get me? We're a group of men. We don't need the media. We don't need to listen to what they say. We just need to do what we do and what we believe in. That's the most important thing.
Amen. Yeah, that's a great point, Enrique. Great point.
Yeah. That's probably one of the biggest challenges, aside from Proud Boys, that people need to overcome, is that stupid, surface-level, materialistic mind frame of I have to seek approval, and if I don't get it, I have to change who I am or what I'm doing. And nobody has ever had a figure, erected in their name or a statue made for them for following the freaking rules and continuously looking for approval. You got to sometimes break the societal rules to do, take yourself to the next level, to be that person of influence. And if you think about it, that's what Trump pretty much is he broke a couple of the rules. He broke the political system in such a dramatic form that they couldn't recover from it. And he's going to be known throughout history for what he did just by being elected. You know what I mean? Like, you have any idea how insane that is? Like, he's going to be known as the president who nobody could tell him what to do. Like, he came in and literally destroyed the entire system.
Yep.
And it was just, it's something that, like, that's the kind of stuff we need to be focused on doing.
That right there deserves worship. Like what you're saying. Like, that's why I back him 100%. The whole bump stock ban thing is the first thing that really bothered me. Just hearing about, what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, the man's on point. What's your other choice? We would have had Bush. We would have had the Clinton. This guy stopped the TPP, and the Paris Climate Change Agreement. That damn DeSantis. What happened? He'll come back.
He'll come back.
He probably hit something. He's like, oh no.
Let me just read this real quick, okay? We have a Google. You type in Proud Boy on Google, and on the right, the first kind of description that Google puts out puts a little picture there, and it says type of business. It says far-right men's organization that promotes political violence, and then you go to Antifa, and it says the Antifa movement is a conglomeration of left-wing, autonomous, militant, anti-fascist groups in the United States. They're global, okay? So first off, the principal feature of Antifa groups is their use of direct action. But Proud Boys is a far-right men's group who uses political violence, and that's all they have to say about it. They explain Antifa as a militant group, but their principal feature of the Antifa groups is their use of direct action. Wow, they sound so efficient. They sound so organized and legitimate. But when they talk about us, it's just like, oh, there's a bunch of far-right idiots who use political violence in the street. It's like, dude, this is Google. This isn't even a CNN article or whatever. This is a straight-up first page on Google. You're going to see a little picture of Antifa or a little picture of Proud Boy in the description right on the right side. And that's our description. So, I mean, like, we have, at the end of the day, we can sit here and be like, what the hell, bro? Like, my family's going to see this, but it's just words. It's all it is words. You know? And I guarantee you our great-grandfathers would look at that and laugh. They'd be like, well, at least somebody's talking about me. You know?
If they've been successful at one thing, I do have to give them credit. You know, I'd like to look at things objectively.
Yeah.
They have done actually two things. They've actually shown how violent the left really can be, the future of the left, right? And then another thing that they've done that I'm so fucking thankful for is that us three are having this conversation right now because of them, right? Because let's say that day in Portland that me and you were there, Rufio, let's say they didn't show up. They're like, all right, let these fascists do whatever they do, whatever. And they promoted freedom of speech, right? And they didn't show up. If they didn't show up, we wouldn't be recruiting as well as we are right now.
Yeah.
You get me? We wouldn't have 10,000 fucking members. We probably wouldn't even exist if they didn't exist.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thankful for them because what they do, we're looking at it through a microscope right now on Proud Boys, but exactly that on a large scale. Look at the nation. Don't look at Proud Boys. Don't look at Antifa. Just look at the left and the right. The more unhinged they become, the more of us that they make. You understand? Because we're not the ones. We don't go to their fucking parties. Their parties fucking suck. Their rallies suck.
They're not the cool kids.
Everything. You won't catch a problem. You won't catch me and Rufio going, yo, you know what's a great idea? We should go disrupt these guys. You know? No, you don't see that happening. You know, they always want to come to our parties. Our parties are fucking lit, dude.
No jokes, bro. Like,
and that's
the people
fine.
don't even
You know
realize.
what? I have no problem. You know what? They don't understand that we're out there for them too. That's what some people won't agree with me on that. But we're out there for them too because you know what? I want them to come out and demonstrate that a protest against what we believe in. That's what America's about. Where I have a problem is where they do it in a fashion that they come and they bring violence with them. If they just stand on the other side of the street or come across to our side of the street and scream at us, fine, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and do that. I don't care. And it goes back to me saying, you have no effect on my fucking life, dude. But the thing is that they bring violence. When they bring violence, we got no problems defending ourselves. We make the video Rufio made and all the other videos that you see us in. You know why we're demonized? You want to know why Proud Boys are demonized?
Because you're good at kicking ass.
We make self-defense look like fucking assault.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's true. It's
That's
true.
what they say. You know, it's like Rufio said when they said, "Oh, they're violent," and I was reading this article. He's like, "Yeah, we were violent. We were violent after they violently came at us, but yeah, we're just better at the violence."
They
demonize the word violence.
Yeah, they demonize the word violence, but the truth is, all right, collusion. Yeah, in its pure definition, it is violence, but it's violence in the name of self-defense. Right. You get me? That is.
It's a word.
Forget about the Constitution. Forget about.
Gavin puts it the
forget
right
about
way.
all that shit. Just human, like your human, natural emotion and natural rights as a human being. You get me? You have the right to self-preservation.
Yeah.
If I see somebody threatening me in some way that'll promote bodily injury, I am going to go ahead and apply that back to them. I'm going to wait until they go ahead and they act, right? I'm going to be peaceful and I'm going to be cordial until they act with violence.
Yeah. Yeah, Gavin said it the right way. Like, nobody likes violence is ugly by itself, but justified violence is one of the best things you'll ever see or experience. Because there's a badge. It's like a badge of honor. There's something kind of sacred about engaging in a potentially dangerous or harmful environment, to protect yourself or somebody else or someone you love. It's a level of self-sacrifice. You're making that choice. Instead of just being beaten up, you're deciding to possibly further, put yourself at risk by engaging a threat. Like, imagine going up against a bear or something like that, and deciding instead of running, I'm going to go attack the bear.
DiCaprio?
Yeah. The point is it's like a lot of people's natural reaction would be to just run or to look to somebody else for help.
Yeah.
But like to demonize people for defending themselves.
Rufio, I would look right at you first. Like, Rufio, please, I'm 5'5".
But I mean, like, get my point? Like, to demonize the people who are kind of rare in our society, the people who are actually willing to engage threats, and to demonize those people only is creating an environment where you get that cell phone video of like people, anytime something goes wrong, they pull out. So you're getting that kind of environment now, where everybody does is like, they look around for help, and then they freaking video a fight, or they video somebody being beaten to shit, but they don't do anything. I could never be that person. My first thought when I see a fight isn't, oh, I'm going to get my phone out. It's, I'm going to go. Like, boom.
Yeah.
And not because I want to fight, but it's because I want to break it up, or I want to protect somebody, or I want to get in the way of that, of that threat. And it's never, let me get this on YouTube and see how many likes I can get. My friends are going to love this. World star, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
That's that kind of mentality is breeding, is this, there's no value in defending yourself for the preservation of life. And we're seeing that more and more and more.
Well, this isn't about politics anymore. It's about self-defense, like we said before. When you guys were originally a drinking club, and all of a sudden you see patriots and older men and women, right, getting beat up, and so you say,
no,
hey,
that's never changed. That's never changed. We've always had.
Well, yeah, I know that. I'm just saying that, but you guys got
always had
because what you saw,
right? Well, that's basically, I think, what it's made this into what it is. It was a political violence, but that goes back to like just saying that we're regular dudes, we're your like I said before, your carpenter, the dude your plumber, all sorts of stuff. We're just regular dudes.
Your maid,
there's nothing special about each one of us, right? But there's something special about all of us when we get together,
Yeah.
And I'd like to think that we go ahead and we do these things because we truly believe in them, and we don't want somebody to just go and speak their mind and get hurt by doing it. So we're going to put ourselves in the way of that, and we're always going to do that. We're not leaving it. We're not going anywhere. They haven't like made us go stagnant. They actually, everything that's happened has increased our recruiting in one way or another. The whole FBI thing. They came out and they said some fake ass story said, oh, well, they're being investigated by the FBI. Well, if you're being investigated for the FBI, everybody read into that. Everybody that's knowledgeable read into that and is like, yo, this is a fucking lie. I want to join these guys. Then they go ahead. The FBI is like, the FBI themselves made a statement going, no, these guys are not extremists. Fucking recruiting numbers go up. Every time they dox us, recruiting goes up. Every time
It's
some
so
guy
true,
comes with a
man.
collapsible baton to go hit one of us, and he turns into a vegetable, recruiting goes up.
Hey, real quick, Adam Rail White says, "We love you, Enrique."
Who?
Adam Real White. He says, "We love you, Enrique."
We love you too, brother.
Rosanna says, "Love it, real American man." Sean Still says, "It's an American patriot thing."
It is. That's
It's
all
American
we are.
Patriot thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know who you gotta get? You know who you gotta get on this show?
Who's that?
McCrum.
Donald Trump. Oh,
No, well, besides Donald Trump, you gotta get McCrum on this show.
Okay. I'm gonna go down the list, man. We got a lot of guys who would totally come on our show, and at the very least, it'll be just a kick-ass time, you know? Like, it's just, so, I mean, the thing is, like, with Proud Boys, man, is like, we may not have all this, like, we have some really smart guys, we have some not so smart guys, but we all have, we're just average Joes.
Bro, we're average people. We're normal people.
We all have a great story to tell off of everything we've been through. I mean, if you've been with us for like, even just if it's the last 6 months, you still have a story to tell. If you've been like me and him, where I'm almost coming up on 2 years, he's a little over 2 years, you have a freaking story to tell, man. If you're still hanging around, like, so, you know, it doesn't have to be Enrique, it doesn't have to be me. It could be just some dude in some chapter somewhere that's been hanging out. He's gonna have a really good story to tell, and like that's something unique about our crew is like we could pop on to any news broadcast or whatever and tell people a really unique, cool story. You know, it's like an American story about what's going on a street level with the politics. And
Can you imagine? Can you imagine bringing like Antifa onto one of these shows? How fucking
they wouldn't even.
would
Yeah.
It would be boring, dude, because they'd be angry all the time. We're not angry. We're not angry at anything. We're not angry at the world. We got Trump as a president. We had the House and Senate. We lost the House. That was expected. You know, there's nothing to be fucking angry about. There's nothing to be angry about. We're not angry.
I get to meet up with my boys at least once a month. You know, I get to go out and have a beer and crack, you know, talk shit with Jason on live and talk with guys all over the States. Like, yeah, I don't have anything to be upset about. I mean, some things bother me here and there, maybe make me a little frustrated. But overall, man, I'm pretty happy with where we're at.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. Hey, I agree with you guys. I'm 100. Hey, I'm just getting happier and happier. You guys saw the intro. I'm so happy. I don't know what to do. So, I mean, that's just real. So, Christy Lynn says, "Is Gavin still involved at all with the Proud Boys?"
No, he still got love for us and stuff like that. He stepped down.
Yeah, we saw him on InfoWars, right? Talking about that.
He stepped down to give our boys in New York a chance against that corrupt piece of shit, Cuomo. But no, he's not involved in basically like anything that our day-to-day thing or anything like that. But, you know, he's got love for us. We got a lot of love for the guy, and we're just happy that, you know, he made this. It started off as a fucking joke. You know that, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, it started off, one of the dudes that worked in his studio, he was trying to get him laid, and he's like, you know what you need to do? You need to join a fraternity. Right? But the guy was out of college.
That sounds like a movie, bro.
Like right there on the spot.
We need to make a movie, The Proud Boys.
No, we got to do a
Gavin on the
documentary,
spot is like, all right, you know what? There's no fraternity. Let's make one. Right? And you're like, he's like, oh, there's 4 degrees.
It's official.
You're like, all right, what's the first degree? So he goes, well, you got to proclaim that you're a Western chauvinist. What's the second one? Gavin's like, you got to beat each other's ass while naming 5 breakfast cereals, you know? 3. He's like...
It makes sense now.
You got to get a tattoo, you know?
Oh, I got to get a Proud Boys tattoo? Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I got a little... Yeah. I'll be all right.
Right here, baby.
Hold on, Rufio. I called you Rufio. Hold on, Rufio. Hold on.
Rufio. I mean, Rufio.
I see it. Okay.
So, and then the
I
fourth
got my
degree is
daughter's name right there. Hold on. I don't want to show everybody that. Oh,
you can, that's actually right above that one's a good place to get your third degree.
Yeah.
Just
it's
putting
nice
that
to
out
just
there.
like, what's
Right
up,
there.
man?
Hey, guys.
Something that we get demonized for also is our fourth degree, right? They're like, oh, well, you got to get into a fight or get arrested for a fourth degree. That's not true.
Yeah.
I got my fourth degree. Fourth degree just means a hardship, right? I got my fourth degree. We drove from Miami. Two of us drove from Miami to Houston to do when Harvey came by, and we were doing water rescues. You know, that's a hardship. That's a hardship. That's a fourth degree. So things like that give you a fourth degree, like a hardship for something that you believe in. You get me?
Yeah.
You can't get a fourth degree by starting some type of fight. That's definitely not something that we promote. You get a fourth degree if you defend yourself and it's like some heavy shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like being in a riot. That's like a, big deal.
Or when I was in Portland on August 4th when they threw an improvised firework into a crowd and I got hit with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that day. How did that feel?
I had shrapnel. I had shrapnel in my arm and my leg.
Ooh, not cool.
You know, I didn't
That
go to
does
the
not
hospital
feel
or anything. Like some chick with like some dirty ass little fucking tweezers pulled out pieces of aluminum, but it wasn't pleasant. You know, and I'm not saying it because I'm a victim or anything. I'm just telling you that that's what happened.
No. Yeah, I just want to know.
Like, people
It was
are like,
pretty gnarly.
they threw a
Pretty
little
rad.
smoke bomb or something. I'm like, no, bro, that was an explosive device that could have really severely hurt somebody. Like, if that, I mean, can you imagine if that would have landed in like a baby stroller or something?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not a joke, man. That's not like pepper spray.
See, that makes me mad right now. Just thinking about that, like, just makes me upset. But that's how soft these people are, though. Imagine if it got worse
in that situation. Like, we're completely unarmed. All we have is our light protective gear, and our brothers next to us. That's all we had, but it's all we needed. You know,
That's all we fucking need, dude.
That's all we need. I strongly stand by, like, you know what? We don't need weapons. We don't need to have all the cool, shiny stuff, gear. We don't have to have riot gear like the cops. We can go in there with an American spirit and just plow through all of them.
Hey, if you look at that video on your intro with Rufio knocking out that dude, like as we're walking, not the famous one. Well, they're all famous, but the least famous.
The side to side one when everybody's battling.
Dude, there was about 25 of us against like 100 or 200 of them, 300. I don't know. There was a shit ton. It was like a sea of black.
Yeah.
And they had all the gadgets. They had the batons, the fireworks, and a couple of dudes.
Bro, that was some badass footage.
With their
I just gotta say, that's some badass footage.
It was a street, right? It was just one fucking street. There was no
like gangs in New York type stuff, man.
Yeah.
We fucking got. It's like if we got a broom. And we were just sweeping them all the way down.
Yeah.
Look at the video.
I know.
He films it.
I love that shit.
He films it like this.
Who filmed that?
There was a whole bunch of people filming. I think the guys at Very Fake News or something like that.
Yeah.
Were the ones that filmed like the 4K, the 4K video. If you look up my YouTube, Miami Proud Boy, I got a whole bunch of clips and stuff like that of what happened that day.
Miami Proud Boy. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out. I'm gonna subscribe to your YouTube.
Yeah.
You better
also,
subscribe.
Hey, Enrique, me and Jason are talking about setting up a rally here in Florida. Right? We're thinking about Florida still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Time out. You're talking
about our rally.
The rally here in Florida,
Yeah.
When do you want to do it?
I want to do it in the spring, if we can, if it's possible.
You can count me in.
I talked to someone who talked to the city of Tampa, and I don't know if it's because we're Patriots, but they haven't contacted us back yet. But Occupy Democrats, they always march in downtown Tampa is a perfect spot. It's
Mm-hmm.
right by the Tampa Riverwalk downtown. At night, it lights up. It's
Yeah,
right
we're
there on
talking
the
about
main street.
getting some food, getting like a whole big old thing. Not just
it's right.
not
You could
just
go to
doing the
eat more
march,
after,
but like
whatever.
making a celebration.
You know,
Good music,
we want to
live music,
celebrate.
all of
Yes.
it. Lights, freaking
Yep.
neon lights, all flashers,
Yeah.
dancers.
I wanted to
You
be
know.
Hey, slow down. We ain't talking about that, but hey, we got dancers, whatever, bro. And we, hey,
No,
whatever.
I mean, dude, Proud Boys got dancers, dude. We got Edie, and we got some people.
Okay,
I
hey,
think Milo
whatever,
come
listen.
up there.
Never some dance offs and shit. Hey, listen, Rufio. I'm down for that. Enrique, I'm down for that. We do whatever.
Man, you
We
can count
can
me
make
in.
it a party.
You're
Make it
3
a
hours
party.
away, dude. I drive 3 hours daily, period. So
Yeah.
that's not a bother to me at all.
Well, yeah, I
So
gotta
you can
fly
count
up
me
there,
in
so I'm
on
not
whatever
driving.
you guys plan. Also, I'm not gonna say it on here. I'll go ahead and announce it once it gets closer. But we have an event that's going on in January, and it'll probably be tough for you to make it, Rufio. But Jay, if you can make it, it's gonna be a sweet event. It's gonna
Where's
be
it
close
gonna
to
be?
close to you.
You can't tell me where.
No.
Okay, cool.
Is it gonna be?
That
Is it gonna
sounds
be
like
a somewhat big event?
Clearwater,
Huh?
St. Pete.
Is it gonna be a pretty big event?
Yeah. You can say that. I'm gonna go ahead. We haven't announced it yet. We're still in the planning phases of it, but it is gonna be a huge event. And like I said, it's gonna be close to you, Jay. And I'll give you guys some details on it. You guys can promote it. It's gonna be really fucking cool. And it's gonna make headlines.
I'm down.
Dude, maybe I'll
It's
try
gonna
and
make
make it
headlines
down.
for the right reasons. It's gonna be fucking fun as shit.
Maybe
I'm
I
down,
can try
bro.
and make
Count
it
me in.
down
Count me
and meet up with MAGA Titan and do our first Titans of Liberty, on the street level shit.
Okay.
That would be
I don't
dope.
know. You know what I mean?
I'm in too.
That'd be sick,
Kids
dude,
in
but we
Florida,
need to make
dude.
t-shirts. Dude, we need to make t-shirts. This is why we need freaking Titans of Liberty t-shirts right now.
I
Go out on the street
have the
with a
Truth Wars
microphone.
ones.
We
It
need to
says
get a
Ties of
microphone.
Liberty on the back. I have them. I have a couple.
Okay.
You want to see
Well,
it? I'll show
Tell
it
you
to you.
what.
I'll be right back.
Tell you what. What you should do is put them up on our store.
Yeah.
I have an online store. I just have to get
Okay.
everything reactivated. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hold on.
Too much beer. You have to go pee.
Yeah, man. I drank a little bit too much last night.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, so I do these, right? Hold on. We got that is just like the small Truth Wars won't tread on me, because it was Titans of Liberty's Truth Wars, like just for the blog, but kind of been doing away with that. That's the one Rufio's wearing. Hold on. The Trump pants. Those are the ones I gave out in Texas. And the back, Truth Wars won't tread on me. Now, this is the one. This is the only one I have right now that it's the big Truth Wars won't tread on me. On the back, it says Titans of Liberty.
Look at that.
I'm gonna send you that, Rufio. I gotta send you that. I've been tripping. I'll send you it this week. I'll send you a couple. I got black, charcoal, and light blue, whatever.
We put together something like an Amazon for conservatives, right? I don't charge you a dime, right? And it's one place. It markets itself. And you can make your own store on it. And I'll send you, when we're done, I'll send you the link. You can sign up for it. We got a lot of traffic, a lot of big names on there. We got Roger Stone, Gavin McGinnis, Milo Yiannopoulos. I don't know if you know who Jonathan Miranda is.
That sounds familiar.
The MAGA skater. He's a pro skater. Mm-hmm. He came out for the president, and all his sponsors dropped him, right? So he's like, fuck it. I
Made
don't
his own
need
shit, huh?
I don't need big sponsors. I could get my fans to sponsor me, and he's out there getting these fucking big name sponsors and making them look like 2-year-olds on a skateboard.
Hell yeah.
So he's we got him on there, and that generates all the traffic, dude, and you can benefit from that traffic too. Again, I don't charge anybody a dime for being on the website, and you have your own storefront, and it's an auxiliary. You have your own site plus whatever you sell from ours, and we're here to help each other out, brother.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. Definitely,
Hell yeah.
I'll have to get that info from you. Give me
Okay.
1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Continue. I'll be right back in 1 minute.
Yeah, he broke the seal.
Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to start doing more of these like community-involved rallies. You know, obviously, you get the Portland-style rallies where you know the anticipation for the left is going to be there. You know the possibility of violence is there for sure. And there isn't really an agenda other than just go preach your mission. Like, I want there to be, I mean, imagine how cool, I don't know if we can get this to work, but you go to this event and it's, you know, you have the separation that creates the safety. And I don't know how it is in Florida if they'd even need that, but imagine you can get, you know, you have like a beer garden and like a barbecue, you know, pit, and just people are hanging out, having fun, waving American flags, having the dialogue, having the conversation. You're a spot for media. I mean, I know that's kind of a goal to work towards, but that to me is like the real, true meaning of the freedom of assembly.
Yeah,
You know, like
we're here in Florida would be perfect for that because since we don't have those violent leftists, you could do that and it'll be a fucking enjoyable time, no problem, no issues. Cops down here, they love us, dude. You know, they love us. They love what we stand for. Obviously, our organization brings in like a lot of veterans and stuff like that.
yeah.
A lot of Marines. Marines love that brotherhood. So I feel like I have a lot of Marines in my chapter, and when they come in, they're like, "Yo, first thing I'm proud of in my life is being a Marine. Second thing I'm proud of is being a Proud Boy."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Because-
I know exactly who you're talking about. Chris White, huh? I know exactly who you're talking about.
Mr. Flowers.
That guy is a wild man, dude.
He is. I love him, bro.
I love him too, yeah.
I love him. Chris is a wild dude.
He's got the energy of like an 18-year-old, man.
He does. And they were like, "Oh, well," at first when I saw that they doxed him, I was like, "Fuck," you know, whatever. And then I thought about it. I'm like, they're pretty much promoting him.
Yeah.
You know? That's what they do. Look, like, they went ahead and they doxed a whole bunch of dudes like a month ago, and like 2 of them just started their own business.
Yeah.
You know, so really what they're doing is promoting our cause even further by creating more entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I mean, there's instances of doxing where it's gotten, over here especially, where continuously we're getting, like, when they publish our address and stuff, we'll get people showing up, slashing our tires. You know, some of our guys getting jumped and stuff like that or threatened. But the thing, like, there was, over the weekend, there was the 911 outage. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so like there was a bunch of anti-fascist groups started posting out everywhere. Oh, looks like 911 is down. You know, let's start hitting up Proud Boy. Let's start freaking going out and basically, stating that they're gonna go and be reckless or be violent because the cops are the 911. The cops are still there, but just 911 was down.
Yeah.
And so I mean, Jesus, like that's with like there are instances where there is a level of threat, but overall the big image, the big picture is like it really has worked out in our favor. All of this, this is Rufio Pan Man, because then a lot of times when you see a lot of people who didn't otherwise know who we were, So like, well, what's going on with this guy? What's this guy about? Like, they know Antifa, so like, well, these guys are idiots. So who's this guy? They start looking into people like you and me who are getting doxxed all over the place. And I get people calling me up and messaging me and saying, hey, you know, I'd like to support you, or, you know, I like what you're about, because they saw, you know, us getting doxxed by Antifa on Twitter or whatever. And so really, yeah, it's in the grand scheme of things, it has benefited us a lot tremendously. Some of our guys, though, like a handful of our guys have really been screwed over, you know, mostly because their employers are a bunch of freaking libtard virtue signalers, and so they'd rather destroy somebody's life than stand by their employee's side and let them have the freedom of being able to believe and vote for who they want.
Well, I still think that that's a good thing. A lot of people will be like, oh, no, why would you say that? I think it's a good thing because now you're no longer an employee of some fucking bitch, right?
Yeah.
And two, you could understand that anybody that has a job, right, doesn't have job security, right? Your job's not. I got in an argument with this leftist mailman the other day. And he's like, oh, you're happy about the government shutdown? You're a piece of shit. No, dude, you know what? I'm telling you, not as a right-winger or a Proud Boy or anything. I'm telling you as a person, like, why are you at a job, right, that can be taken from you tomorrow? It can be automated. You get me? Like, they got fucking cars. It's not tough to believe that these self-driving cars will put something in your fucking mailbox, dude. Yeah. You know? It's not hard to believe that they'll do that one day. So you don't have that security. You know what's the only fucking security that you have is making it on your own. It's tough. It's tough. And people are like, oh, no, but how can you say that? No, fuck that. The way of the to self-sustained future, right, is providing your own fucking service. One way or another, selling your products, selling your service, having a trade. And I think that's like the most important thing that you should be trying to achieve.
Entrepreneurship, and a lot of people don't know this. I mean, we say it, but we glorify the entrepreneur, and we believe the West is the best because, and those intertwine and are directly correlated because free market trade capitalism has developed a true, aside from the Constitution, the true freedom that we have and indulged in comes from free market capitalism. The ability to, on your own wit, on your own sense of creativity or your imagination, manifest something into the materialistic world that otherwise wasn't here and sell it. Invent something. Create a cure. Technology, robotics, whatever you want to say. That all comes from creativity. Creativity is something that has thrived in the West because there wasn't a sense of fear or dominance over the people. They were allowed to, they weren't in a state of survival. Their mind was in a state of survival all the time. It wasn't just survive. It was, okay, now I feel safe in my environment enough to where I'm not always just focusing on surviving. I can now think kind of outside the box. And that's where you get these huge cities. This is where you get automobiles and iPhones and all this stuff, Microsoft and internet. You know, it doesn't come from surviving, you know. That's what you see in third world countries.
Look at the guy who made Uber. How stupid is that concept? You know? He just woke up one morning, he's like, man, taxis are expensive. Why don't I make an app that connects a driver to somebody that needs a ride? You know?
Yeah.
And in the first, 2 years, the company was valued more than fucking Facebook that was around for, I think at that point, 12 years.
Oh, here we go.
So,
dude,
you guys know who I am?
So
my
he created something. He probably worked somewhere and he got pissed off. He's like, fuck this job, bro. Fucking all the papers on the floor. And now, look at him. He's a fucking multi-billionaire.
Yeah. You guys wanted Antifa?
And I'm not saying that everybody is going to attain that, but the possibility is there. The possibility is there.
Yeah.
True.
Jason Lowe has invited our new guest.
My name's I'm Jason. I'm MAGA Titan's cousin, Roberto, the fake liberal. And I just want to say that you're lucky.
Wait, are you seeing Jason right now?
My name is Roberto. I don't think Enrique. Can you see me, bro?
Hey, Rufio, I only see you on the feed.
Oh, he doesn't see. Oh, okay. I thought you saw him.
No, wait, hold on, man. I don't know why. Can you hear me? Can Enrique hear me?
Enrique can't see you, bro.
Can he hear me?
Can you hear him, Enrique?
No.
He can't hear you either. I can see you on Facebook, though. You're on Facebook. Oh, now he just disappeared again. Yeah, that's why I was laughing, because he just popped up.
How about now?
Oh. You want me to reconnect to the feed?
Yeah. Tell him yes. Yes.
Yes.
My name is Roberto. My name's Roberto, and all I'm gonna say is this: like, fuck Titans of Liberty. I hate it. I hate all of you, like Trump supporters. I just fucking poisoned MAGA Titan, so he's like passed out in the living room, and I'm like just drinking whatever's in his cup. And Rufio, I just want to tell you, I've been practicing for this moment for a long time.
Oh my god, dude! I hope we didn't lose Enrique. Oh wait. I mean, we've done pretty good thus far.
Okay, like, first of all, my name's Roberto, so if you don't know who I am, that's who I am. I am not MAGA Titan. It's not me. That's my cousin. And I fucking hate him because he's a fucking Nazi. And this show just turned into rated R, TV mature, not rated, whatever the fuck. So here we go. I see Enrique. This is how we end the new year. Right here, man. Right here.
Jesus Christ.
You guys wanted Antifa, man? You guys want Antifa? I'm right here, man. MAGA Titan's passed out.
You're a lot more fun than fucking an actual.
I just gave him some chloroform, man. It works.
Dude, you need to be almost anorexic, super white, and
First
like
of
have
all,
like
check your
like
white privilege. Check your
eyes.
fucking white privilege, Rufio. Fucking check that shit real quick.
Yeah.
I will Indian burn the shit out of you, Rufio.
Do I have some
fucking
LARPy? I probably have like a LARPy costume inside.
Dude.
Oh, I got one. Hold on.
Why does everybody think I'm MAGA Titan, dude? I'm not MAGA. My name is Roberto. And let me tell you, they were talking about dudes throwing fireworks. I was throwing fucking sparklers at bitches, and I was putting them in their ears, and I was lighting them. And motherfuckers didn't do shit. They didn't see nothing. It was on CNN. It wasn't on Fox. But you know what? I'm here. I'm ready. You know what? And listen. Turn my hat to the side. You know, I got a purple belt. It's got a unicorn on it, but really I got a brown belt. Yo, you laughing at my unicorn belt? Well, you know what? I got it last year at a Gap Kids store. It fit me, but I just gained like 10 pounds because I was like, you know what? I keep watching this video of Rufio.
It's a Trump weight, bro. It's a Trump weight.
First of all, it wasn't nice. It wasn't nice what you did to my friend Peter. He can no longer talk right now. Like he literally is brain dead, dude. So all because of you, he went to sleep, man. And yeah, man. So like, first of all, I hope your dirty little kids took their vaccines. And oh shit. What does the fox say?
Let me tell you, it smells like shit in here.
My name is Roberto.
Star Fox.
All right, enough of that.
Enrique's right. I have to listen to Enrique now.
Oh, fuck, man. That's just been a deposit for years.
All right, wait.
Hold on. I got another character. I'm sorry. No, let's go. Enrique,
What up?
you're awesome, bro. Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you, man.
Amen. I love everybody too.
Nah, look, man.
You know what? I was about to say I don't love Antifa, but I love those guys too.
Que se jode. We love Antifa, man.
You know, Tony Montana is the shittiest Cuban fucking accent I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, you need people like me. So you can point your finger and say, that's the bad guy.
You know what? That's true. They need to point the fingers at us because we're the bad guys. We're the fucking boogeymen.
I'm a
We're
sexy
the fucking
bad guy.
boogeymen.
Dale, mira. Mira, I'm going to Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. We're going on the boat, kid. I'm on the way.
Proud
see
Boys.
Flo back there.
You Florida boys are something else, man.
Proud Boys is the boogeyman of the left.
It's the boogeyman of the left. How do you even like? What's our? We don't have a boogeyman, dude. I don't know. Does the right have a boogeyman? I guess it's more conspiracy shit.
Soros.
Man. Like no, that Soros is real, man. Soros is a real thing.
I guess you're right. Yeah. He's right. He's real.
You get more false.
No, there is no fake. That's not so real because there is no boogeyman on our side. Anything we talk about really things we talked about 5-10 years ago have come true. We're no longer the conspiracy theorists. These fuckers over there are saying Russia.
This is my point. My point is we don't have to create something to have a purpose. We don't have to create something to be relevant. And they have to stay relevant. If you're talking about environmentalists, if you're talking about Antifa, the general communist movement, the Democrats, liberals, the whole left, all of them, they have to create things. They have to create problems to be relevant. Otherwise, there would be no use for them at all.
No.
There would be zero use for them. But they have to create poverty issues. They have to create race issues. They have to create environmental issues. Freaking global warming, all of these things to stay relevant and get funding and stuff. I mean, like, look at Antifa's the same way. We are their creation. Not, I mean, who we are, but they're using us to stay relevant and creating us to be this boogeyman.
And Antifa themselves are victims, dude.
Yeah.
They're victims. They're victims of the mainstream media that told them that they need to hate us. Yep. They told them that they need to come out and they need to confront us at a restaurant, at a rally,
Maxine Waters,
at a department store.
But it kind of sucks for them because they become even more of a victim when they actually get out and go do that, and then they meet who real men are.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you have CNN, Anna Navarro calling him Hitler. They call us Russian bots. They call us Nazis. And these people believe that because, listen, they live their life, what I call is in an aquarium or a fish tank, right? Yep. That's what happens when you only get your news from social media or from the TV. It's a fish tank. It's an aquarium. But when you actually do research, you hit the internet, you go down the rabbit holes. That's the ocean. That is the ocean. Ocean of information. It's not an aquarium. It's not a fish tank. You have to have that huge view that, okay, what if this, what if that? See, they don't realize that. We have such a complex way of thinking. And if we could be really, 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 really honest, some of us, people would think we're freaking crazy just by the way we think, and the way we think and by the way we are spiritually. You know what I mean? The way that we think, okay, you know what? We are amazing. Life is amazing. Being spinning on a freaking globe in the middle of space is amazing. Just breathing, waking up, seeing the beautiful blue sky, even the damn chemtrails, and the green grass is amazing. You know, and it's just seeing that stuff, just knowing that you're part of life and God made you and has a specific purpose for you is so overwhelmingly amazing that people don't know. They don't have that spiritual connection, and they don't realize that they're being dumbed down. They're being dumbed down. Their third eye, their pineal gland is being suppressed. Their God gene or that chemical connection to God, that electric connection, that fire to God is disconnected. And they're suppressing your pineal gland. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's true, and that's why they put the fluoride in the water. That's why they're putting aluminum in the air. They're throwing GMO down your throat.
They put aluminum in Enrique.
Well, we all have aluminum in us. No, we all have it in us. I mean, this is real, man. If you look at David Keith, he's a geoengineering scientist. Everybody Googles David Keith. Real shit. And he admitted up to 1 million people die from geoengineering. Before they said, oh, no such thing as geoengineering. There's no such thing as chemtrails. No, why? Because it's stratospheric aerosol injections. But see, they don't want us to talk about that. They just want to push things out like, oh, Proud Boys are racist. You're not racist. Fight. No. They don't want you to talk about these things. They don't want you to talk about it at all. They really don't. And this is why Titans of Liberty is important. This is why the Proud Boys are important. This is why your freedom of speech is important.
It's funny.
To touch up on something.
No, go ahead, Enrique.
To touch up on something that you said the rabbit hole, right? Once you go in, you can't come out. And reason why I tell you this, and something else that you said goes along with it. You said some people can call us crazy. Less people are calling us crazy now because shit's happening. But my personal friends, they're like, oh man, why are you so tenacious on this? Why are you so why is this your lifestyle? And it's two things. It's a lifestyle and it's an addiction, right? It's a good addiction.
Mostly.
Because you get addicted to information, right? And you get addicted to dissecting that information. You get addicted to learning about things and informing yourself about these things. And what ends up happening is you become a person that looks at everything for the truth. Like, what are you trying to sell me? You got me? What is it that you're selling me on? Oh, I'm looking at, climate change. What are you trying to sell me on? What companies are involved in this? Who's peddling this? What's their history? You start looking into those things and you start finding a pattern. The truth bombs is really what fucking wakes people up to being open-minded. Alex Jones, for example, says, something that he's iconic for is the water in Flint, Michigan is turning the frogs gay, right? And it's funny. He brings an entertaining twist to it, but there's truth behind it.
It's an actual study.
I tell these people things, they're like, oh, you listen to that guy that says that the water's making the frogs gay? I'm like, it's not that it's making them gay, as in they're swimming in this shit, and it's changing their sex, so there's less sex, less reproduction, and it's like a frog genocide.
Well, the males are acting like females and actually laying eggs.
Yeah.
And it's a South African scientist, Harvard studies. There's hundreds of them. He quoted one South African scientist study. They make fun of him. All he does is read the news. That's what he does. Goes up there, he grabs clips. This is the news. I talked about this 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Oh, it's so crazy. You know what? That's why people need to study their facts and say, oh, it sounds crazy. Study the craziest shit. Study the craziest shit. And you'll realize, oh, man, it has some truth to it. And then break that down, man. Start at the top. Somebody told me that.
That's why we're here. We're making the truth mainstream.
Making the truth mainstream, baby. That's right. Hey,
and we're giving it to you with entertainment value.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Because we don't give a fuck. Like, literally. I'm sorry, guys, but it's late.
Yeah, we're gonna step up our T-shirt game. We're gonna get more creative, and every time, I really want to get a beer sponsor. I've been thinking about, do we know anybody or we can start asking if there's any like Patriot brewing companies. Like, yeah, Black Rifle Coffee. You know, for coffee, we have our guy Tony
Otterburn. Yep, we're gonna be waiting for coffee. There you go, right there.
But you know, just creating more of our surroundings, T-shirts, hats, apparel, products, materials, whatever. Just start advertising and promoting.
We need to be able to get out there and throw rallies and get people out here and you know, travel and hire people and actually make this an actual news and media company. You know what I mean? Like and we're doing it, but we want to grow, man. We want to definitely. I see what you're saying with trust. And
I'm gonna give a shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to Major League Liberty, our boys.
Yes.
I was just on there.
If it wasn't, I want to say, I'm gonna stop you right there, and you can keep going. I know I have a big mouth, but I just want to say this real quick. Major League Liberty. I want to give a shout out to Louis Huey and everybody at Major League Liberty, especially
Louis Huey.
Yo, Sean. I'm saying Sean is that name is cool, Sean. I don't know if that's a real name, Sean, but that, you know what I'm saying. I'm from the Bronx, kid. Anyways, I was born in New York. But anyway, so I'm messing around, y'all. But Louis Huey, shout out to Louis Huey, man. Thank you. If it wasn't for Louis Huey, I wouldn't have this platform right now. And he showed me BeLive.tv and you know and all the work. So shout out to Louis Huey. Thank you, man, and we appreciate you, man, for just being a patriot and not being one of these peanut butter and jelly patriots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they run a great show. They run a great show.
There's a lot of that.
And those are our
There's
boys,
a lot of
you know.
cookie-cutter fucking dudes out there.
Yeah.
But you know what? I don't hate on them because it goes back to this thing that I said about having. This is a war on multiple fronts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we need those people because those people actually reach to their audience. We reach to our audience.
Keep us well-rounded,
and all of us are pretty much a team. So even those cookie-cutter conservatives are needed at some point. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. There has to be a balance, bro. There's always a balance, and we just balance the balance. That's it.
We don't Proud Boys. Another thing, like, even though it's a brotherhood and stuff like that, and I'll go ahead and say this, we have like a lot of like mini infighting things, and I think that's what makes us great because we discuss things, we argue them, we're very passionate about those things, and.
Well, it's good. Mainly, you have to have open conversation, bro. Yes, exactly.
It's mainly that 5% of things that we disagree on is what we argue about. You get me? But there's never a fight. You get me? We've never been like, oh, fuck you, I'm gonna kick your ass, and you fly somewhere and you kick somebody's ass. No, we just argue about it. You got a lot of fucking alpha males, dude. It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing that it hasn't happened. You know, but shit, we do it. We do it when we get together for our annual meet. When we get together for our annual meet, we fucking make a ring, dude. Make a ring.
Yeah.
It's either boxing, MMA, fucking rules, whatever, and we just fuck each other up, drink beer, and hug each other right after.
What?
Some regular fucking thing.
Yeah, our website once a year.
If Antifa is listening to this, you guys got to be really afraid. We do this for fun. We do this for fun. We enjoy this shit.
That's hilarious.
Yep. They have no idea what kind of stuff we do on a normal, everyday basis. That's something that they would brag about to all their friends.
Ew, you guys are arguing. You guys are fighting. Yeah, that's kind of what men do. We just fucking kick it, have a good time, and fucking
make fun of each other.
Oh, make fun of each other. That's the biggest fucking rule in Providence. You have to make fun of each other. Bro, so. Like, I've been dying. I was on the Louis B show 2 weeks ago, and he's a Puerto Rican cat. And you know Puerto Ricans and Cubans fucking clash, right? Because you guys stole our flag.
First of all, time out.
I'm not going to do it to you.
No, time out. Enrique, I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban, bro. I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban and Italian.
It doesn't matter. I'll hit up your Puerto Rican side. I don't care.
That's fine.
Whatever between the two got together. They made Jason, so it's not that big of a deal, apparently.
Wait. I can't hear you. Are you talking about me?
Yeah, man.
Oh, man. You act like you're tough or something.
So I'll
Fuck
play
you.
nice
You're not
on this
doing my second
podcast.
degree. He gonna try to set me up for a second degree with Rufio. I'm running.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
No,
quit.
it's definitely
I'm out.
happening.
Oh, fuck.
Listen,
I shouldn't even
if
said
I
that.
see you, if
Why
I
did I
see
say
you in
that?
January, start fucking practicing those cereals, dude.
Oh, I'm already doing it. I
think we did like 4 second degrees. We did 4 second degrees last night.
Frosted Flakes. 20
Just
Pebbles.
in Seattle.
It's hard to say cereals when you're
You
being
can go
punched.
ahead and prepare for it all you want. When you start getting your ass beat, all those cereals go out the window. You start saying like shit that's not even cereals, dude. You'll start saying fucking milk. Orange juice.
He's like, pancakes. I'm like, no, that's not. Lights out.
Dude, I love it when people say like the worst. Like my guy last night said grape nuts. I'm like,
Grape
that's like the worst cereal ever.
That video of Alex, y'all got to see that video, man. When they get it, when they get inside his head, they redid the video, and he's talking like he's in his head thinking about what fucking cereal. He's like, what the fuck is that name of that cereal? And he shouts out some name like in real time when he was with Gavin. He shouts out like you said, like grape nuts, like some fake cereal name. And Gavin was like, what? He's like, what the fuck is that?
Somebody said,
he was like, fucking nuts. Like, no, that's not it.
In my chapter, somebody's 5th cereal was Kashi. Kashi, whatever. And you know that's like that fucking
it's like that vegan
liberal.
shit.
It's liberal cereal, soy, fucking based shit. And we just kept beating his ass. He's like, I
Wrong answer.
That's liberals. That's liberal cereal, motherfucker.
What the fuck is Koshi? I remember seeing that shit in the store, and that's what I thought. I'm like, no, that doesn't count. I mean, I would have kept hitting too. Like, is that General Mills, my dude? What is that? Is that like?
I don't know. It's disgusting.
I'm saying like I would, like that's what I would say at the moment. I mean, is that General Mills? So I wanted to talk about a few things, guys. I know we've been having a great time, and we chomping it up. What do you guys think was the biggest story and the biggest takeaway? Because tomorrow is New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So what was the biggest story and biggest takeaway for you guys of 2018?
That's tough, dude. You know why?
I mean, we got Judge Kavanaugh, the censorship of Alex Jones, InfoWars, the whole thing with the Trump, the Russia investigation, so much. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Enrique.
I think it's so tough because news cycles are so short. Like, we give things so little importance that next week we're talking about something else and we forget about something. But I think the biggest story that impacted me is probably has to be like, starts off with Alex Jones, the deplatforming of conservatives. You get me? Like, when they first started, they were going for the alt-right, right? Whatever. Nobody said shit, right? Even though I think they're a bunch of socialists, but nobody said shit. Okay, so they start going after people like Diamond and Silk.
Yep.
Then they go after Alex Jones, right? Nobody says shit. They're like, oh, whatever, that fucking lunatic. Some conservatives are like, oh, that lunatic, whatever. I didn't really care about his speech. Okay, cool. You didn't care about him. Then they came for the Proud Boys. Nobody said anything. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
When they start hitting up, right, the more moderate conservatives, that's when you're going to start seeing shit hit the fan. It's the most important story of the year simply because of the ramifications that it'll have for 2019 and 2020. And it's a real problem. I said this in my OAN interview. Like, so it's the same thing that happens to the president where he gets attacked, right? but he is such a high-profile person. He can just write 280 characters on Twitter and have a counter argument to something, or just expose something with 280 characters. When you deplatform the Proud Boys, right? You go ahead, and we don't have a way to fight back. Not that we give a shit about fighting back, because again, we're gonna keep being us. But that should scare the shit out of people because it's a trend, right? And I'm 100% sure, 100% certain that that trend is gonna get fixed, right? But as it's happening, it's some scary shit that just because you disagree with me, that I should be silenced. That makes people. You have irrational people on both sides, right? You have people like Mrs. Nassim. You know who Mrs. Nassim is? The one that went to go shoot up YouTube headquarters because they deplatformed her.
Yeah.
Right? That bitch is crazy. No one's going to say no. That bitch is fucking apeshit crazy. But when you deplatform somebody like that, right, and not let her do those fucking crazy, stupid yoga videos or whatever the fuck she has going on.
Yeah, that's what it was. Some
dude, you make people snap because that's how revolutions are made. You're trying to silence people, and somebody crazy is gonna go ahead and do something fucking stupid. You get me? Not saying that conservatives are gonna do that. I'm just saying, like, if you keep going down this path, you're gonna fucking go ahead and censor somebody, and it's gonna be a danger to society. Like I said, if we're in Portland and we decide to make a rally, why not just let us do whatever the fuck that we do? You know? Don't show up and don't cause fucking violence. You know what? Let us have our fucking free speech. Let us have our fucking moment. You get me?
Yeah, of course. That's all we want, man.
But people just want to get fucking violent.
You know, that's all we want.
And deplatforming isn't going to help America. It's not what we stand for. Yeah,
well,
you know what? Corporations have a right to go ahead and do business with whoever they want to do.
Yeah.
But I believe, this is something I believe personally, is social media is the new town square.
Yeah.
It's where you can go ahead and vocalize your opinions. I'm not one for regulation, but something has to happen. They're violating antitrust laws, right? You're violating antitrust laws. They're trying to deplatform us. They're trying to hit us up in our pocket. Obviously, we have alternatives, but something's going to happen. Something's going to happen where they're going to learn that deplatforming us is not good. We're going to find our own platform. We're going to build, it's a niche market. Credit card processors are going to start catering to conservatives. Fucking social media, like all the new social media platforms that are coming out, like all the new ones that are going to be Facebook contenders, they're all about free speech.
Yeah.
That's their main platform.
We're on Bradion.com. Well, I have my MAGA Time page there. I'm just going to change it to Times of Liberty probably. And we'll start doing recorded shows if we get kicked off of Facebook. You know, I'm already set up there. That's growing there. They're going to have the live feature there soon. They're going to have the group feature there soon. That's built by Mike Adams, the founder of Natural News, who's a genius. I mean, this guy has multiple PhDs. And he's one of the people that woke me up to the pesticides, the atrazine, all that stuff that's going on with the GMOs, Monsanto, the chemtrails, which what I was saying earlier was they call the chemtrails stratospheric aerosol injections, but they won't tell us that. So there are other platforms out there that we definitely have to sign on to. So, you know, that's going to happen. But right now we got to push through with Facebook and say, hey, you know what? We're still going to be here. I hate when people say, oh, why are you on Facebook still? It's like, what do you mean? Everybody's on Facebook. First of all, we're all family, man. I don't consider people followers. I consider them, family. I say, hey, they're family. We're all on Facebook together. We all believe in the same things. There's actual people we know that have lost loved ones to illegal aliens here that follow us, that. And they really, have been through the ringer with the system we have with these Democrats, what they're pushing, whether it's open borders, whether it's illegal immigration, sanctuary cities, all that stuff.
Okay, now that Rufio's not here, I bet you his wife was the one that bought that fucking painting that he has in the background. Oh shit! Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of platforms that are coming out, and Tom from MySpace thought that he probably had like a lifetime thing.
Tom.
Mark's in the same boat. Mark's gonna get fucked.
He looks just like
Mark's
Tom
gonna
too.
get fucked one day.
Mark. Oh, I long for the day that guy falls into the ravine of hell, dude. That guy is like like Mortal Kombat Reptile, like the guy Reptile. That's like his bastard son. Have you seen that guy, dude? Everybody, I know you've seen that guy, but have you really watched him?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Like all the memes, everything, but have you really watched that guy?
Orange Man bad. Sorry.
There's rumors that he's gonna be running for president.
Oh yeah, right.
I hope he does.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him on a debate stage with a fucking guy.
I'd rather vote for Beyonce.
Bro,
Oh
he's gonna
my gosh.
Like I won't be surprised if the president open hand slaps him
Don't quote me.
right in the debate stage.
How old is Charlie Kirk? Does anybody know?
He might be in his
I think
low
he's
to
late
mid
20s. I don't think he's in his 30s.
No?
I think he's a little younger. My only thing is I've been watching how he's kind of being groomed. I kind of want to come out and say that there's a potential that he's being groomed for a presidential candidacy here in the future.
I won't deny it.
I've seen how the Trump administration has sought him and Candace out and kind of propelled them up a bit. They've been traveling all over the country doing these tours. And, at first I didn't really think much of it. I think he's a great debater. I think he's a really smart, intellectual guy. I went to one of his campus clash things in UW and actually we actually got a couple Proud Boys out there. Had a great time. Dude's great. Knows what he's talking about, willing to go out and confront the public. But it's just something, I feel like there's some sort of kind of hidden agenda with him that he's being groomed, and I'm not really entirely against it. Dude is totally pro-free market and capitalism, anti-communism, really smart. He's a Christian man, so obviously I'm in favor of that. But I don't know, that's just my 2 cents. That's just my little hypotheses for the future. I think not probably, obviously, I don't know how old he is, but I know you have to be it's 35 or something like that?
He has to be. He has
something. Yeah, he might be old enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be right.
I think the requirement is 35, but I think, dude, that's just my guess. I've been watching and observing, and out of all the people going around and being, kind of propagated in the political environment for pro-Trump wise, he's kind of stands out. I was thinking once Trump's gone after this 8 years, because he will do another 4. Who's going to be the next one to line up,
So what do you think are the plans for 2019 for Patriots, for people that are pro-America?
Prepare for 2020, because that's going to be nuts, dude. Continue doing what we're doing. Build, network, expand.
Yes.
Fortify, enjoy our lives, celebrate our lives, continue being patriots, but really prepare for 2020, because 2020 is going to be a good year, man.
Yeah. I think and any viewers that you have right now, something that's important for 2020 and 2019 when the primaries come by is get involved. And I said this on Louis' show. Get involved in local politics, whether it's going to the early voting fucking stations and passing out little cheat sheet flyers or getting involved with a local a local fucking candidate, and promoting them any way, which way you can, whether it's knocking on doors, signs. When you go vote, it's really important that you don't go vote by yourself. Like, knock on your neighbor's door, be like, hey, here's a fucking, you know how to get an absentee ballot? Do you need a ride? Like, bring a bus with you to go vote is probably the most important thing. Something that that's happened here in Florida is that the left mobilized. They didn't capture they didn't capture the constituents enough to win, but they did mobilize a lot better than we did, because they had a lot more volunteers. They had a lot more people that were more passionate, right? That were willing to work, because you could be passionate, but if you're not willing to put in the time, then that's not going to make a change. And the only way that you're going to make a change, right, that you believe in, is getting people that have those views that you have and putting them in office. Because if not, we're just doing rallies to do rallies. You understand? Yeah. There's not an objective behind it. The objective should be fire up your base and then bring them with that fire into the primaries. Being able to do that is probably the most important thing that you need to do for 2019. And here's another thing that I want to tell, like, your viewers and any Proud Boys that are listening. Helping those candidates is a huge fucking leap forward. But like I said, you want to make that change, run for office.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's not impossible, dude. Like, you literally go, you sign up. Yeah, you pay, I think, $1,200 or $1,500 to put yourself on the ballot. Plus, there's a couple of other steps that you got to take. But it's not hard. You get me? It's run for commissioner, mayor, fucking city council, whatever, Department of Education. Run for something. If you feel like you got that fire, try your hand in the primaries, dude. Try your hand in the primaries and fucking get out there and fucking get those votes, because no one knows better for the country than you do. You know, we all have different views, but if you want to make that change, put yourself on that fucking ballot.
Hell yeah, that's a great answer. I totally agree with everything you guys just said. We just need to be more active. We need to actually be physical. And we need to have an agenda, which is, pro-America. It's non-violence, and it's something that needs to be done, man. You guys are definitely 100% right about that. Rosanna Gonzalez says, yes, I agree. Enrique, we got a red pill people. Now, we're winding down here, guys, so if anybody wants to ask any questions or say anything or be shouted out.
I can't. Just so you know, I can't see the comments because I don't have a secondary device. So if anybody wants to ask any questions.
Yeah, I can see them on my side, so I'll be able to read them off. So if anybody wants to, ask anything or is wondering anything, go ahead and drop it. Let's see. Elish Brennan Huber says the press conference was heartbreaking. The officer's brother was hysterical. Yeah, it's very sad.
Yeah, that was that's something that went underreported, dude.
Yeah, it's so sad. The last picture he took was with his family, and cops are human beings. People look at cops like they're not human. They've been dehumanized by radical movements that have been funded by George Soros, that I don't even need to name, that have Harvard calling for all black graduations. And have people thinking in this mentality that think, oh, all whites are bad, all cops are bad, America is bad. No. We have criminal elements that are bad, just like not all CIA agents are bad, not all FBI agents are bad, not all cops are bad. And it's very sad for people to have that mentality. But it was an illegal immigrant who murdered this man.
Yeah. Why aren't they asking, to touch up on his question, why aren't they asking like they usually do, the liberals do? Why aren't they asking where the guy got the gun that shot the guy? Or how he got it? Nobody's asking that.
That's a great gun control question, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even think about that, Enrique. Thank you. It's true. And that's part of the right
It
side.
goes against
we do a little
narrative.
critical thinking.
Why is it when a police officer gets shot by an illegal immigrant, they don't ask, oh, where'd he get the gun? Did he acquire it legally? Did he steal it? But then when there's another shooting, right, that they could push their liberal shit views, they always got to ask that question. Now, don't assume who it was. Let's see where he got the gun.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did not walk into fucking Walmart and was like, hey, let me get a pistol.
Yeah.
He didn't do that.
Yeah.
No, he
I agree.
legally couldn't have done it. There's no way that he could have legally purchased a firearm, being a legal immigrant, unless he stole somebody's identity or something, which is still an illegal purchase. So,
I was raised in a bad neighborhood, right? When I grew up, if you wanted something, all you had to do was cross the street, right? That's all you needed to do. If you wanted anything, you needed to cross the street. No background checks, none of that bullshit. It happens. You know what?
it's there.
All you're gonna do by gun control is leave the people that actually need it. They might not be able to get it.
Yeah.
They might not be able to get it.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's the perfect way to really simplify it. Is just look at the drug war. If we can't legalize drugs, because I'm totally anti-drug war. If you had legal heroin, legal ecstasy, legal whatever, and people give you flack for that, you're saying that we should sell meth in freaking CVS pharmacy? Well, let's just think of it this way: if you know your buddy does meth, but he's buying it legitimately, he's not going to take some crap that's been bleached and freaking have a seizure and die because he got bad drugs. That's, how many people die from buying drugs, like bad drugs, alone? There's just, I know I'm kind of branching off on a different subject here, but it's the same thing. It's you leave an open door, there's always going to be a door open to what people want and desire, especially in this country, no matter if it's legal or not. So if it's legal, you go through the right process. You go through a safer door, whether it's firearms or narcotics or whatever.
Or illegal immigration.
Yeah.
You'd still be alive if you applied that to illegal immigration.
Yeah.
Just saying. You got me?
Yeah.
So the thing that he did, so he jumped the border, right, which is illegal, right? It's something that we advocate for, build a wall.
Yeah.
He gets a gun in his hand, which is supposed to be the left-wing thing. Oh, you're not supposed to have a gun. But he did those things. He did both of those things, and there's laws against both of those things. Did that stop that motherfucker from killing the cop? No, they didn't. So this kind of just proves it.
What's happening with that? What's happening with that guy? Or do we know? Did he get caught? I didn't look into it.
They popped his ass. They popped his ass, and they're gonna fucking. I hope they give that motherfucker the book.
Well,
I hope
we'll
they
see,
give
man.
that motherfucker.
I only asked. I cannot hear you, bro.
Are you talking, Jason?
Yeah, we can't hear you, man.
I'm sorry. I have a Puerto Rican girlfriend who just decides she wants to talk during the show. So.
Do you have one of those wine paintings somewhere in your house?
Sorry, I was on mute again. Let me. No. Actually, yeah, there's a couple.
Dude, yeah, the females love this stuff, man.
I know.
Bro, she's like, it's 1:24. Huh? Like, she fell asleep and woke up. What the fuck? I'm like, all right, you want to be part of the show? But guess what?
My chick
It's
walked
only
in.
10:24 here.
My chick walked in, opened the door. I'm in my garage right now. She opened the door. She gave me the deuces, and she just knocked the fuck out in the bed right now. And I don't have any.
Yeah, really, man. You're part of the show. She's like, really? Like, yeah, like, you want to fuck around? I'm fucking around.
My house is like a fucking giant man cave, dude.
You know, you would think like there's a little sanctity. Can I have my little safe space? Like, come on.
Yeah, no, my whole house is a fucking safe space. It's like just full of. It's just full of shit. Like, I got my canoes up there, the boats there, the cars there, and the inside's exactly the same way. Like, there's utility in my house. There's nothing like nice.
So let's read these comments here, man. We've got Ruby Wilson who says Rick Scott 2024. I don't like Rick Scott, but whatever. I had to vote for him.
I'm not a big fan of Rick Scott, but I've met him. I had breakfast with the dude. He's a really smart guy when it comes to politics. Because you can be. Here's the thing. You can be a really smart dude, but really shitty at politics, like at campaigning and shit like that. And he's a fucking brainiac. He ran the best campaign in the midterms. He took out a fucking liberal that has been seated for 30 fucking years.
Yeah,
and just completely.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. No, that's a good point you make, Enrique. I'm glad you said that because that's why I voted for him.
Can we both agree on what he did with the Second Amendment here?
Listen. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I voted for the damn man. Okay, I'm just saying there's some things he does, and I'm like, but you know what? Who cares?
That goes.
Who cares? But I'm gonna hold your feet to the fire. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan. You know what I mean?
All right, Jason. So is your wife listening right now? Can she hear me?
I got headphones on.
Okay. All right. All right. I won't say it. No, I'm kidding. Do you love her?
Kiki, do you love me? You're not crying.
So, do you agree with her 100% of the time?
Hell no.
Then why would any of us agree with a politician 80%?
Exactly.
So we don't agree with it. I don't like his stance that he took on the Second Amendment, but he has been an amazing governor.
Oh no! I agree. I'm just saying there's some things he does that I'm like, but I'm not.
Well, there's some things that Trump does that I don't like.
Exactly, the whole bump stock.
Surprisingly, I'm a no DAPL guy. That was a big issue in the beginning. I was against a Dakota Access Pipeline.
Yeah.
You got me? Because same thing. I love him as a president, but I don't agree with him. I agree with him probably 90% of the time.
Yeah, I used to say 90. Now I say about 85% with the whole bump stock thing. But you know what? Look at the other side. Look at the other options, bro. There's no way to say, okay, let's forget about Trump. Oh, he's so bad. Listen, a real person.
I support him 100%. I don't agree with him 100%.
Exactly. Yeah, there you go. Perfect way to say it. You're not going to agree with anyone 100%. And if you do, that's called a cult. Yeah. And that's what the left is. And we're trying to stay away from that. And that's why, like you said with the Proud Boys, it's good that you guys argue about shit. You don't fight about it, but you bring it to the table. You say, here it is. It's on the table.
We fight about it sometimes.
Don't
get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted. We fight about it sometimes.
Sometimes that's good.
It's a healthy fight. You got me? It's a healthy fight. We don't take low blows or anything like that. We don't bring up the past or anything. But we do fight about things. We're men. You're expected. If you don't expect that, then your organization's going to fail.
Yeah, I agree.
Is there any other questions?
Well, we had some trolls on here, man. I don't know if they're following you, Rufio, or Enrique. I don't know who they following. They couldn't. Well, they're probably not following Enrique because your name's not going to pop up on this right now. So I don't know. We had a couple on here, but we
Let's
expect
call them
that.
what they are. They're not trolls. They're fans.
Yeah, they're fans. Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right. I mean, literally, you have to be a
literally,
loser.
how fucking sad does your life have to be
Yeah.
that it's 1:30 in the fucking morning and you're watching a bunch of conservatives live on Facebook? Like, dude,
Exactly.
go get fucking laid.
It's not exactly. There you go. You heard it first. You heard it here first. Times of Liberty, Enrique.
Like all three of us
With the
sitting right
chicks.
here
How do you
have
pronounce your
chicks
last
in
name?
our same household.
How do you pronounce your last name? Yeah.
Tarrio. Tarrio.
Tarrio.
Tarrio.
Tarrio.
I've seen Phoenix. I've seen Torres. I've seen all sorts of last names for Enrique. So I just say Enrique, man.
So I have to change it often. You can find me on Facebook as Enrique Phoenix, Phoenix. So even the haters can go ahead and.
Okay, that's what's popping up right now, Enrique Phoenix. So you guys follow him there. Is there anywhere else they can follow you before we?
You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @HonoredChair.
Nice. Okay, I'll follow you on there too. I'm at _MAGA_Titan. So I'm gonna follow you on there definitely.
They
go ahead.
They go ahead. I got my Twitter account got disabled. I made a new one, and some guys are like fucking at Twitter support. Hey, this guy's the fucking chairman of a hate group. I'm like, dude, do you really think I give a shit if they fucking ban me? I'll lose 140 followers. How hard could it be?
Twitter's
I got those 140 followers.
Twitter's a joke.
I got those 140 followers by going ahead and just sharing it on my Facebook.
The thing about Twitter is that there's no friends, there's no groups, so they can ban you and nobody knows. You're not gonna know. You're shadow banned. They don't. It's just such a joke. Let's see here. So, I guess Elish Brennan Huber is another troll. Maybe I'm not sure. No. She's talking about the liberals. I'm sorry, Elish. My bad. Rosanna says it's 10:30 p.m. here. Yep, because she's in Cali. Seb Bateman says it's 14:30 New Year's Eve over here. So I guess you are
14:30.
I don't know. Yeah, he's military
That's like 2
time.
o'clock, bro. 2 o'clock p.m.
2:30 in the morning.
No, p.m.
No, that's 2:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm drunk. I don't know. Oops. Yeah, I was hiding that. Whatever. Let's see. I'm not a troll. I'm Fester. Uncle Fester is not a troll. Stephen Philip Fox. It's a good discussion. It's a good suction. Yeah, that's good too. Rosanna Gonzalez. Yeah, sorry. Pipeline is literally right next to my house from Elish Brennan Huber. So she's saying the pipeline is right next to her house. Fellow Rooster says disavow, whatever.
I know who that is.
Okay, all right.
Starts with a J, ends with a V.
He said, wait, what? Carrie Buzzer Doherty says, did you guys see the caravan video today? One arriving with 15,000 plus.
Oh, I heard about it.
In January and continuing all throughout 2019.
Mexico knows that they're not going to let those motherfuckers do anything because they're going to fuck around. They're going to find out.
Oh, I know that.
Mexico's going to fuck around. He's going to find out. You know why? Because if they let those people in, it's going to hurt them, their pocketbook. Because you know what?
Bad, man.
God Emperor is going to fucking respond.
Michael Mergener. Shout out to Michael Mergener. One question, is the transgender Texas wrestler a boy? I'm not sure who you're talking about. You guys know what they're talking about?
I haven't heard of it. Transgender.
It depends. It depends on if he was born a man, then it's a man.
Yeah.
Ruby Wilson. Ruby Wilson says.
Is Ruby in there?
Ruby Wilson says, why is Enrique so sexy?
Ruby is a sweet old lady, man.
I had to wait for my girl.
You should friend Ruby. She's a very sweet old lady.
They'd be like, who the hell is Ruby?
Her son hacks her Facebook every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Ruby. we will show you love. Ask Enrique. I want to know. This is Ruby again. Why is he so sexy? He will laugh. Okay, she just asked it again. I was looking at the old comment. Seb Bateman is in Australia, so you guys were right. He's in Australia. Well, Happy New Year to you, sir.
Happy New Year to you.
So Elise was just confirming, no, she's not a troll. She's talking about the liberals in their mama's basement.
Our number one ally is Australia.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Shout out to everybody in Australia. Brett Rowe, one of the Patriots out there. Brett Rowe, man. Shout out to Brett Rowe. I know he wants to come to the U.S. So
who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly, right?
The caravan.
Oh, man.
So thank you for coming on tonight, Enrique. We appreciate you being on the Titans of Liberty show. You are welcome anytime.
I appreciate for having me, dude. And anytime that you guys need somebody to fill in or you just want to have me on your show, just give me a ring, dude.
Yeah, definitely, man. We'll keep you in mind for sure. And I got to link up with you. You know, you're only, 3.5 hours away. So we got to link up. That rally, definitely, I'll get we'll inbox all that information off air.
I will.
Anything you want to tell anybody before you go? And again, tell them where they can follow you, please.
I do want to tell your followers that, and I know most of your followers are pretty fucking open people because it's this conservative movement's like a family. But if you ever hear something crazy about the Proud Boys or some shit on the news, like just ask one of us, dude. Like we're open. I'm an open book. You could fucking comment on my stuff. You could send me a message. I might take a little long to answer, but I'll answer you guys. We're just a conservative bunch, dude, that just wants the best for America. That's about it. That's there's nothing else besides that. You can follow me on Facebook right now. My personal account is Enrique Phoenix. That's Fenix. And on Twitter @HonoredChair. All one fucking word. I don't think you could split it. @HonoredChair. Titans of Liberty has been great for hosting me. Rufio, I love you, brother. Thank you for bringing me on this show, and hopefully all of us will see each other soon.
Yeah,
hell yeah.
Uhuru.
Uhuru.
All right, guys.
Well, listen, we're going to end the show with my latest poem called Stop Messing With My President.
Drop it.
Here we go. I'm going to mute everybody, and we going to ride.
Fake news. I'm so tired of this mess. Stop playing with my president. You have nothing to suggest but impeachment at its best. Witch hunt, non-investigation, try to silence the nation, mind control, manipulation of character assassination. And we all know that comes before assassination. Assassination. Is it me? Or is it 1984? We've seen this before. It's the calm before the storm, just now a different form. Modern day war. No, this ain't the norm, but America's reborn. Now we will reform, build a wall, leave the traitors at the door. You see, Trump is the wall, we don't play that no more. I just want a MAGA. Tell me what's your problem? You're acting like a Nazi, a fascist, not a scholar. Communist manifesto, classes in session. I'm the maestro, infiltration of society. Control the news, movies, universities, and monopolies. My enemies think they're dropping me until I come around with hard facts like Zagami. A leaving libtards confused, walking dead like a zombie. A socialist is someone dumb enough not to know they're a commie. I would say you could find me with America behind me, but it's America first, not America last. That's the thing of the past. You attack and we blast. This ain't politics, this is self-defense. They want to disarm us and arm the terrorists? Oh, you love America? Now you're the terrorist. The future of the country looks so perilous until a real patriot stood up for his heritage. God bless America, patriots, and President Trump. Now let's arrest these traitors and lock them all up. MAGA Titan.